Hi, Hawk fans. This is Hawkeye coach Kirk Ferentz. Hard work, resilience, commitment. That's what it takes to succeed, whether you're battling on the football field or working the farm fields. With fewer than 5% of Iowans making a living off the land, the Iowa Hawkeyes are proud to stand with Iowa's farm families who work hard every day to feed and fuel yours with dedication and care. For 40 years, our players have proudly worn the ANF logo on their helmets. It's not just a symbol, it's an important reminder that farmers are the backbone of Iowa and the heart of our country. Join the Hawkeyes and the Iowa Farm Bureau as we celebrate 40 years of America Needs Farmers on ANF Game Day, October 18th. And don't miss your shot to win the ultimate ANF fan package: 4 reserve seats, sideline access, and an autographed football. Enter now at americaneedsfarmers.org. Thank you for standing with Iowa's farmers. We'll see you at the game.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, this is the Fight for Iowa podcast. Here's the voice of the Hawkeyes, Gary Dolphin.
The Iowa football program has earned a reputation for having rosters full of players that have a rich history of displaying a work ethic and character embodied by the American and Iowa farmer. Defensive back and punt returner Micah Hyde came to the Hawkeyes from Fostoria, Ohio, population 13,400, in the northeastern portion of the state. A part of the Rust Belt, Fostoria peaked in the 1970s, but the area remained strong in agriculture, where Micah Hyde found a fatherly figure and job across several summers on a farm. Hyde saw firsthand that continuous commitment in determination and improvement to overcome challenges reflected what America Needs Farmers and that ANF decal stand for. Since those days baling hay and picking corn, Hyde realized how that converts to the classroom, football field, and manhood. After an all-Big Ten Iowa career and 11-year NFL All-Pro run in Green Bay and Buffalo, Micah Hyde is enjoying life with his wife and 2 kids. Not bad for a 2-star high school quarterback with few college offers. Self-made? I'll say. For his efforts, Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to welcome Micah Hyde to the ANF Wall of Honor.
Yeah, I had, no idea that what I was doing, middle school, high school was going to translate into, kind of college and what ANF really stands for. And I just think it's truly remarkable to be a part of, like I said, that university and that state in general, just because ANF is so popular and it's something that we talk about in the decal and all that. And it's not really until you get on campus and you understand, you meet a lot of guys from small town Ohio that, grew up being farmers. And, with my background working on a farm I was able to have those conversations with them, but it just teaches you a lot about, humility and just high character and hard work and, all the characteristics that I can safely say that, true Iowans uphold.
And we'll talk about your somewhat of your farm upbringing in just a minute, but as ANF celebrates its 40th anniversary, what does it mean to you to be acclaimed by the University of Iowa and Iowa Farm Bureau as this year's ANF Wall of Honoree, joining the likes of Chad Greenway, Marshall Yonda, Dallas Clark, Aaron Campman, Tony Moiaki, Brian Bulaga, and on and on and on. It's quite the honor.
It's an honor, man. To hear those names, number one, is those are names I have heard for so long, even before I got on campus at Iowa, and then being there, obviously those guys would come back and being able to meet them, play against them in the league and stuff like that. So, just to be up there with those names is an honor. But to receive this and have you call me a couple months back and let me know that I was the recipient of it. I'm just blessed, man. It's cool. And like I said, I had no idea what I was doing back then and in middle school and high school would, benefit me to this day, 25 years later. So yeah, man, it's an honor.
You grew up in a small community in rural Ohio. You found a fatherly figure in a local farmer, spent many of your high school years working on his cropland, and then came to Iowa to play football for a university that has supported farmers in good times and bad with this ANF sticker along a Tiger Hawk helmet for 40 years. How proud does that make you feel?
Oh, I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome, and like I just said, I think that this is the community, the state of Iowa, and the whole. I think a lot of people around the nation understand that, but actually being on campus and like I said, meeting a lot of guys and having friends that are from places in Ohio where they grew up farming and they're generations after generations of farmers and stuff like that. It wasn't really till I realized how important, how big it is. Obviously, everyone understands farmers feed the world, feed the nation, and it's something that, it's kind of with, the heartland as we may call it, being from Iowa and that Heartland Trophy in Wisconsin and stuff like that. So you kind of understand, how big farming is in that, region of the nation. So it's truly an honor, like I said, to be a part of this and to be a recipient of this award.
And now, present day, here you are, a proud parent. Your kids have started school, and they too will learn through education what the American farmer, what the Iowa farmer, what your upbringing in Ohio means to their everyday being.
Yeah, and I have to give a lot of that credit to Coach Ferentz and his coaching staff. Just like I said, being able to be 18 years old and step on campus and have those mentors, really, pour into us, creating discipline and like I said, humility before, and just high character, hardworking. And so I hope that, whatever I learned for those 4 years on campus are slowly being poured into my kids, and make me a better father, better husband, a better son, or whatever it may be, throughout my family and my friends. So I'm just, like I said, forever thankful for that university and Coach Ferentz and his coaching staff.
Micah Hyde, Hawkeye great, proud father, and now the latest recipient of the prestigious American Needs Farmer ANF Award, courtesy of the University of Iowa and Iowa Farm Bureau.
That concludes this week's Fight for Iowa podcast. Micah Hyde, former Hawkeye star defensive back, now engraved on the ANF Wall of Honor. I'm Gary Dauphin. Thanks for listening. Go Hawks.
You've been listening to the Fight for Iowa podcast. Hawkeye fans, remember to hit the subscribe button on your favorite podcast app. Once you become a Fight for Iowa podcast subscriber, you'll automatically receive the latest episodes of the Fight for Iowa podcast, the Hawkeyes Voice podcast, Hawk Talk replays, exclusive game day content, and more. Until next time, on Iowa, and go Hawks! The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.